Take the art off the Calder. That's what the city is telling the artist behind the white flowers that you see here, even after the city manager and mayor signed off on the ArtPrize entry months ago.
Tonight, we know why they're doing an about face and what the artist thinks about all of this. 24 Hour News 8 Steve Kelso managed to track down all of the key players after learning of this late this afternoon. Steve, what is the word tonight?
Well, the truth of the matter of all of this, Brian, is the fact ain't nobody feels good about this. Not the city, not ArtPrize, and least of all, artist David Dottie.
I'm David Dottie, and I am the criminal responsible for putting magnets on the Calder.
For the record, no one is really calling David Dottie a criminal, but the city says his ArtPrize entry, Fleur et Rivière, has to go.
You know, the city would have had to have approved this, and now you have to unapprove of it.
Yeah, I think that's, I'm taking the blame.
And so it is that this sculpture, dedicated here today.
This city's relationship with Calder's art runs deep since June of 1969, when it was dedicated by then U.S. Representative Gerald R. Ford, right up until today. That's when Mayor George Hartwell said that relationship was too important to risk by allowing this art installation to continue. The city manager says when 3 unnamed citizens came forward and said that the artwork had gone too far, the Calder Foundation agreed.
We owe it to the world to properly, as you say, curate, to protect it. And again, you know, I thought what was done was interesting and fun, but maybe it was beyond what we should do.
So what will happen? Will he be removed from competition? Will he be ineligible?
We're not planning on that. We're not planning on removing him from the website or anything like that.
I have achieved what I wanted to do, which is to open up a larger conversation about ArtPrize, about the Calder, La Grande Vitesse, and about my own work.
Friday at noon, David Dottie will be out here on Calder Plaza with a city-owned bucket truck that the city's lending him, removing his artwork. Guys?
All right, Steve, walk me through this. We have seen art hang from the Calder before, including last year during ArtPrize. So why do they make this decision now, and do we know who was the first to complain about it?
You know, Greg Sundstrom says that he thinks maybe over 100 times in the last 45 years, different things have hung from there. They won't release the names of the 3 citizens who came forward, but you hit on another interesting question. Did those other groups, like 10,000 Hours that hung last year and won an award for an urban space use, did those other groups contact the Calder Foundation? Did they have the permission? Did this group contact the Calder Foundation? Did they attempt to seek that permission? We've tried to call the Calder Foundation today, and as well, I've tried to get a hold of Richard App. He's the curator of all of this out here. So far, none of those calls have been returned. Live in Grand Rapids, Steve Kelso, 24 Hour News 8.
All right, Steve, thank you for that. Round 1 voting for ArtPrize. It ends at 11:59 Saturday night, and then on Sunday, we'll find out which 10 artists will compete for the $200,000 ArtPrize Grand Prize. You can watch the top 10 announcement live Sunday at 1, only on Wood TV 8.